Put your eyes back in your head.
I felt like flavor. What me?
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, what's going on, people? This is your boy, Madmike, man. Yes, this is the sounds of the morning, sounds of a new day. Oh, yes, it is. It's a new day. What's going on, people? Your boy, Madmike, man. Interesting weekend. Interesting weekend, to say the least. Um, Want to give a shout out. And I got to say this because it's still a huge topic. And I don't think a lot of people be able to give these guys enough credit for what they've done and what they did. So I will do this. All right. Shout out. Hey, shout out again to those Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket. All right. Yeah, them Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, them boys did they damn thing, man. I don't see how you can get these guys credit. They beat the number 10 team in the country, Florida State, man. Looking at these numbers again, if you guys did not see it, I'm gonna go over it again, all right, because they deserve every bit of this. Haynes King, 11-16, 146 yards. Jamal Haynes is another one of those guys. You look at him, man, he had an incredible game. 11 carries, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. Haynes King had 15 carries, 54 yards. Chad Alexander, 7 carries for 41 yards. They had 36 carries for 190 yards rushing. Okay, 3 touchdowns. The leading receiver was Malik Rutherford with 4 catches, 66 yards. And you look at the defense side of the ball, Kyle Effort, he did his thing with 10 tackles, as well as Kevin Harris the second. He had a sack himself, but they got pressure on the quarterback all. They got pressure on the quarterback all day. I think they had looking at the numbers, they had 7 tackles for losses, man, and they were just bringing the heat to Florida State. DJ Ugalele, uh, um, come on, stupid app. You have DJ Ugalele did not have he had an okay game. 19 to 27, 193 yards. They had 331 carries for 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. Didn't really get a lot going on the uh, passing game for the most part, but they did some pretty good things. Did not have a sack. They had 3 tackles for losses. But for the most part, man, just give a shout out to those Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. They did their thing. So I want to give them some love, shout them out. But let's get to a few other things before we get into the topic at hand, because I know a lot of people are so ready for that. Um, First of all, I want to say this real quick. AFN Educator Fund, every dollar counts to help our youngsters, our students, and just give back as our way of giving back to the community, man. We're going to have some giveaways. We're going to give some funds. We're going to give away even some gift tickets to the students. We're gonna give away a lot of stuff to be able to give back to the community. So every dollar that you guys not only donate to Mad Mike Sports Atlanta Falcons Nation, the heavy hitters, man, is going right back into the community. We actually have a promotion. All right. I know everybody know the Dunn. All right. The Dunn himself. If you guys have not subscribe to the heavy hitters. Well, everybody know the Dunn loves food. Okay, everybody, I think everybody know that by now. This dude can't go 2 seconds without talking about some freaking food. Eating. He's in the middle of eating. He's talking about eating. He's thinking about eating. Him and his mama arguing about eating. Hey, the boy love to eat. So guess what? We got a pre Beer coming at 11 o'clock, okay? 11:05 on the Heavy Hitters live channel, okay? He's doing a pizza at the Grand Slam Pizza, okay? Pizza. We're going Grand Slam Pizza where he's going to be reviewing the oxtail, all right? I haven't had it. I'm definitely thinking about it. It sounds delicious. And the Dunn, when he says something is good, I'm going to believe him. So we're going to have that premiering his first food review on the Heavy Hitters live channel. So head over to the Heavy Hitters live channel and see that. All right. So we got another one. We got the Raw Truth at 11 o'clock this morning, right? So we got 11 o'clock. Heavy Hitters, the Truth is back. He will be talking about his take on the Atlanta Falcons 53 roster. He's gonna talk about Georgia Tech. So I won't get too caught up in the Georgia Tech stuff, but he will have his take. And maybe you be able to give some Braves take from him. How you got some questions about the Atlanta Braves, man. Truth will have that. But I have a question. All right. This is a question from excuse me, our boy Samuel Davis. All right, Samuel Davis. He said, Mike, has the offensive line improved? Okay. Yeah, this is a pretty good comment. This is a pretty crazy comment. No, not really. I just wanted to say that. It's pretty a good comment because a lot of people are looking at this offensive line, and I don't know why, because the Atlanta Falcons have always and will continue to have one of the better offensive line, and they've had the better offensive line. This is a literally a top 5 and a top 10 offensive line in in run pass and in the pass and run blocking. All right. This is what they do. They are top 10, they are top 5. This is what these guys do. These guys were the number 8 rushing team in the league. Okay. I don't know why this is still a question whether or not the Atlanta Falcons offense is good enough. They are good enough. So we're going to continue to break that down. I'm going to start with the first one, and Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews has always been, you talking about the model of consistency, the epitome of consistency, the epitome of toughness, the epitome of veteran leadership. All right. This is what this guy does. He is that guy. So when you look at Jake Matthews, man, there's no question. There shouldn't be a question on whether or not this guy's good enough. There shouldn't be any disrespect in regards to what he is and what he continues to be. He's a model citizen in on and off this run, guys. When I tell you this dude is tough, he's tough. Now, Jake Matthews has he has a certain talent for getting penalties at the absolute wrong time, but that's what he's always done. He'll make it up. He'll have one bad penalty at run time, but you're looking at a guy that doesn't get a lot of give up a lot of sacks. He's physical. Like I said, when you need to get that extra yards, he's one of those guys you can count on. You can run to this side. This is what he does. So Jake Matthews, okay, Jake Matthews is definitely one of those guys when you look at him and say, all right, is he good enough? Absolutely, he's good enough. So we got another guy, his backup right now, and all this can change, okay? Right now, this is what the depth chart, I'm just going through a few names. But from what I'm seeing, man, like I said, with the cuts coming up, this cut churn is subject to change. Barry Wesley, I got to do a little bit more work on him. I do know most of these guys on this offensive line are very physical. These guys, pretty much specialize in run blocking. Barry Wesley is a guy. Don't know if you want to make a. I don't know if you want to. Uh, you know, the Falcons. I'll say this: something happens to Jake Matthews, obviously you're going to be in a lot of trouble. I think that's I think we can say that without question. But Falcons can move some guys around, and I think the guy that's next to him is one of those guys that you have to take in consideration on whether or not he could be the left tackle should something happen to, and God forbid something happen to Jake Matthews. That this guy could definitely do that. So Matthew Bergeron, Barry Wesley is a backup. Javon Gwynn, he's another one of those guys. You look at him, he's on the hot seat. Don't know if he's going to be able to make the team. He has the size. What I've seen, not on him playing at guard and playing at center, I don't think he really has the talent to be able to play center consistently, especially at the rate the Atlanta Falcons are going to, because the Falcons are going to be one of the team that you have to be in pass protection, you have to be in run blocking, obviously with our running back Tyler Algier and BJ Robinson. So these guys are definitely going to need to kind of accelerate their process and their growth as offensive linemen. So you look at this. Javon Green, don't think he'll make it, but we'll see as far as that's concerned. Drew Dahlman, I think he's one of the most underrated players on this Atlanta Falcons team. You look at him and what he's been able to bring, and as far as consistency is concerned, Drew Dahlman is definitely one of those guys you definitely can count on. A lot of people don't know, but this guy does not give up a lot of sacks. Okay, I think he gave up one sack, if not. But he's another one of those guys. He's a model consistency. That a lot of times it's not pretty. When it comes down to a lot of his snaps, I think that's probably one of the things that drives a lot of fans crazy, and maybe the coaches and possibly the quarterbacks. These guys, he does, have a tendency to kind of hit the ground and bounce the ball like he's a damn basketball player. He does that. So you look at Drew Dahlman, but outside of that, man, I think the Falcons have one another. Without a doubt, he's a top 5 center. I don't think anybody can doubt that. He's a top 5 center. His numbers say that. His production say that. Even, the Falcons in the running game, he's one of those guys that can get to the second level extremely well. His backup, Ryan Nuzul, is a guy that I've learned to respect. I've learned to watch. I've seen his growth, and watching him in this past preseason game where the Atlanta Falcons couldn't necessarily, these guys couldn't necessarily get the running game going in the first half of the game, and to look at what we saw him, to look at what I personally saw from him, I think he's one of those guys. Man, I think the Falcons may have a potential. I think they might have a potential starter in Ryan Nuzul, whether it's guard, but this guy's a real deal at center. I think the Falcons are really good if one of those guys, if for whatever reason, God forbid, that happens to Drew Dahlman, the Falcons have a starter. I'm telling you, they have a starter in Ryan Nuzul. This dude is an absolute stud. We got to look at and see. For the most part, a lot of teams don't like to trade offensive linemen there. But if a team comes and blow the Atlanta Falcons away with an offer for Ron Newsel, whether it's a second or third round pick. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I know a lot of people. We talked about whether or not the Atlanta Falcons are going to be able to recoup that third round pick for Matthew Judon, and we'll see. We'll see about that. But like I said, man, it's going to be interesting, man. But I love what I've seen from Ron Newsel. This dude is an absolute stud when it comes down to his offensive, especially in the run game. That Atlanta Falcons run game kind of picked up. The running game kind of picked up in the second half when he got in the lineup, getting him some more reps and whatnot. So Ron Newsel is the real deal. We look at the right guard, obviously the right guard, and we know he's the best. Okay, I don't think. Look, and you can't tell me that this guy's not the best right guard in the game. Chris Lynch is the best right guard in the game. This dude is a fucking stud. Okay. Fuck what anybody says to try to convince me that this guy is not the best right guard in the game. This dude is the best fucking guard. I'm gonna just put it like this: he's the best right guard in the game. He's the best guard in the game. This dude has absolutely no weaknesses, and I mean 0 weaknesses. Chris Lindstrom is the best right guard in the league. He's getting paid for it. And not only that, he's a team leader. He's the offensive line leader, okay? Yeah. Jake Matthews is the vet, but this guy's the leader, okay? If you come in there in that offensive line, and we've seen quite a few, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but we've seen where we've seen a few interviews with offensive linemen coming in where they stated that if you don't come in with a certain type of attitude, yeah, Chris Lindstrom is going to get in your ass, okay? He's getting in that ass. And that right there is exactly what you need in your offensive line. You always want that, okay? You always want that, a leader. And a lot of times the best player isn't that. And a lot of times the best, the guy with who's going to, just kind of be another, I guess the leader, show that leadership, the toughness, to be, the push, not only the offensive linemen, the wide receivers, but the offense in its entirety. Chris Lindstrom is that guy, and like I said, the Falcons paid him, and look, there's no weakness in him. So as far as him is concerned, man, he's the best offensive lineman in the game, man, and I think the Falcons got a real guy. Kyle Hinton is another one of those guys. He played well. He played well. He's not one of those guys that I think is he's a nice fill-in guy. If you put the right guys around him, at guard, obviously, I think he can play right guard. A little bit of a left guard. I think he played kind of both of them, but he specialized in the right guard. So I like what I saw from him. Caleb McGarry, one of the most underrated tackles in the right tackles in the game. Both run pass. I think everybody know he's better in the run game than he is pass game, but he's definitely one of those guys that not only gotten paid for his ability, but he's shown with his ability. The Falcons, you look at him and look at how they ran their offense last year under Arthur Smith, with not only Chris Lindstrom, and Caleb McGarry, but they ran to that right side. A lot of the offense was catered to that right side, and Caleb McGarry, Chris Lindstrom was the reason why. So when you look at those guys, man, I think the Falcons have one of the best right side of the offensive line in the game. Storm Norton is one of those guys that kind of came in, showed his ability to fill in. I don't know if I want him consistently to be that guy, but if you need, for whatever reason, something happens to Caleb McGarry, I think the Falcons have a quality right line for him. So as far as the offensive line is concerned, are the Atlanta Falcons offensive line improved? I'm going to say no. They haven't improved. I don't think the Falcons have improved. The offensive line has improved, but there's a kicker to why I say that. I don't think they need to. You're still one of the best. Like, do we really need the Atlanta Falcons to improve when they're already one of the best? I just say maintain it. Okay, you always wanna improve your game. Always want to get better, but the Atlanta Falcons are already one of the best offensive line in the game. So the answer to that question, have their offensive line gotten better? No, no. But all they have to do is be consistent. The Atlanta Falcons have to be consistent. They have to be consistent, and that's all you need to worry about at this point is being consistent. So we got another one. I think this is going to be the fun part of the show. Okay, we're going to talk about this. The fun part of the show. Yeah, baby. Michael Penix. Michael Penix. Michael Penix. Michael Penix. So, as you guys know, and if you saw the game last night, a certain quarterback, okay, certain quarterback for a certain organization, he got hurt. Yeah, he got hurt. A certain quarterback from a certain organization got hurt. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. A certain quarterback for a certain organization got hurt. Anybody want to take a wild guess? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jacoby Brissett was sacked last night in a game with the Commanders and Patriots. Jacoby Brissett was sacked last night, and a defensive lineman fell on him, hurt his shoulder, and he's one of those guys. I believe he's going to be the starter for them. And until Drake May kind of came in and filled in for him. But Jacoby Brissett is that guy. But you look at a lot of people and they complain about whether or not Michael Penix should have been in the game. The Falcons should have played him more. Well, this is one of the reasons why I always say you don't want to take unnecessary risk for players that you're definitely going to need. You're going to need these guys. You're going to need a guy like Michael Penix. You're going to need a guy like Jacoby Brissett and this guy out here in a preseason game, okay? In a freaking preseason game. For what? Why is he even in the game? You got Jacoby Brissett out here with a bunch of freaking bums. Okay, no disrespect to this guys because, compared to number ones, a lot of people think they guys are bums, but you got him out with a bunch of third, fourth stringers that's probably, on the verge or on the bubble. They have something to prove. And now you have your quarterback out there taking unnecessary hits. They fell on him, and the guy end up taking a hit, and he injures his shoulder. So now your quarterback is out. So I know they have Drake May, Joe Milton, who had an awful game. Drake May is obviously their number one pick, so he's one of those guys too. You look at him, and you wonder to yourself, like, all right, can this guy, and will this guy even develop to the guy that you put? But you got Jacoby Brissett, who's supposed to be your starter. He comes in, he gets hurt. Yeah, this is exactly why Raheem made the right decision. The Falcons invested a number one pick, $100 million on a quarterback, $100 million in Kirk Cousins. They invested a number one pick. They invested a number one pick in a quarterback that y'all want to see in preseason. A number one fucking pick in preseason. And this is the reason why Raheem says he told you guys, we want to have guys in the game, whether you're a rookie, you're a veteran, whether you've been in the league 2 or 3 years, we're going to have you in a specific spot so we will be able to count on you in certain situations. This is the NFL. Things happen. Guys get hurt. We have things, unforeseen things that happen during the course of the year, the course of the season, family issues, player issues, and we may need Michael Penix. But we got guys up here like Mike fucking Florio whining and crying about, oh, the Falcons did, the Falcons did. Man, shut the fuck up. This is exactly the fucking reason why Raheem Morris is not playing a young guy that you're here to develop, and this guy's going to be he is going to be the future of this Atlanta Falcons franchise. And you guys up here whining and fucking crying about him playing in preseason. For what? Let me know, everybody in the comments right now, why in the bloody hell should Raheem Morris start or even play this man in preseason? We've already seen this. We've already seen with guys, okay? We've seen guys. We've already seen the number one pick for the Minnesota Vikings go down, play in the season, and guess what happens? He's out for the season. Mm-hmm. JJ McCarthy is out for the fucking season. Now the Minnesota Vikings don't have a number one pick. Guess what? It's bad luck, but this is one of the main reasons why you don't want to push your quarterbacks. You don't want to do too much with your number one quarterback. This is exactly why. Injuries didn't happen. And I would much rather play a quarterback in meaningful games than to just have a guy in there throwing third and fourth string wide receivers. What's the point of having him in there? What's the point of having Michael Penix throwing to Chris Blair, throwing to, and no disrespect to Casey, because I like Casey Washington, but there's no reason for him to be throwing to him in preseason game. These guys got practice. You got a whole 2-3 years with Michael Penix to focus on guys like Drake London. I would rather for him to be throwing to guys in meaningful games and be throwing to guys like I always forget his name, how to pronounce his name, but no, I haven't seen the nightcap. I haven't seen the nightcap interview. But let me do some real. JB, what's good? And here's your Texas boy, Mr. Tactician, aka Mr. Juan Drill. What's going on? Connect, what's going on? Anthony White, Indian number 9, what's going on? Uh, we areas we need to prove. The areas we needed to improve, the Falcons did improve. Offensive line didn't need improvement. And yeah, like I said, this is um these are the areas you want to continuously improve, but like I said, end of the day, man, it's like what's the point of having a guy like Michael Penix playing in preseason game that doesn't necessarily matter? I want guys to be able to play in meaningful games, especially a young quarterback, like a Michael Penix. I don't want to be wasting his time. There's a lot of things that he needs to work on. There's a lot of things for me personally that's more important than just to seeing him throw, and that's confidence. Confidence is one of those things for me as a quarterback that's more important. And a lot of guys aren't born with certain confidence. And even if they are, you still have to be incredibly fragile with these guys. Quarterbacks are one position. Outside of DB, you have to be incredibly confident. And right now, he's confident. You want, as a head coach, as a quarterback, what you want out of your quarterback and to do is to have positives. You want him in his head to go out, play well, and then have that good performance etched in his brain. Okay? When he came out, he played against Miami, had a great outing, made a couple of mistakes, but for the most part, Michael Penix was on. He was he was on his game. Made excellent throws. I think everybody saw the arm talent. I thought everybody, for the most part, as far as his athleticism, I don't think people really, we didn't really see a lot of that. He has some mechanical issues, as I stated in a lot of my short videos. I'm going to continue to break those down with every quarterback, including Michael Penix. But like, you don't want this guy to leave the game or leave the performance on a bad note. So if let's just say if he would have had one of those Taylor Heineke preseason, now this guy leaves and he's sitting on a bench and he's thinking to himself, I gotta redeem myself. So the thing that's on his mind is he didn't play well. So as a coach, man, you always want to help build on the positives with these quarterbacks. Because like I said, these quarterbacks are incredibly sensitive. They get hit one time. A lot of quarterbacks don't like getting hit. That's another thing. I think we know that with Mr. Tom Brady. We know he doesn't like to get hurt. Yeah, we know that. We know Mr. Sensitive boy, Tom Brady. You just fall at his knees. He pointing at the refs. So we know that he doesn't like getting hit. We know a lot of quarterbacks don't like getting hit. So when it comes down to his quarterback, I think Raheem made the right decision to let that positive game for Michael Penix be the last thing that he's thinking about. That needs to be etched in this, because that's, again, we talking about he go out and throw an interception. He makes the right read. He has one of these games, the Taylor Heineke games, and I'm gonna talk about that Taylor Heineke because I got a few choice words for a couple of people, and I got something to talk about too, because we got a few guys around these parts that they pretend as if now they didn't say certain things, and I told you I'm not letting shit go. Okay, told y'all, man, Mike, AFN, we ain't letting shit go. And we gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this. Give me a few. But 330, how you doing, sir? Confidence is a big part of development. Look at Ritter. I mean, see, I know that's not what you meant, but it pisses me off when we just point the finger at Ritter. Okay, I know this ain't what you meant, but I see this from a lot of people. This ain't you. It when I see people just say, "All right, confidence is a big part of." Well, shit, you can look at a lot of people in the NFL. You look at the quarterback, Anthony Richardson, right now. It's like he got hurt, and what they did with him, he's like, look, I missed the entire season. Game break month. Game break month. What's going on? Like, if you look at Anthony Richardson, the first thing he got in, when they got him in quarterback, everybody was like, why he checking the damn ball down so much? Yeah, that man was checking the ball down like crazy. His first game back as a quarterback, he wasn't attacking the field like he typically does. Why? It's because of that confidence. Confidence for a quarterback, any level quarterback. There's very few guys you can look at and say, all right, these guys have never had issues with confidence. Peyton Manning, for me, that dude just never really struggled with confidence. Like, this dude just, like, Peyton Manning is just a freak of nature, man. Like I said, that's why he's the GOAT. Anybody can say whatever the fuck they want to do, but Peyton Manning is the fucking GOAT. Tom Brady. Is he the GOAT? I mean, you look at him and his confidence, yeah, he's confident, but when you're spying on people and you got the real favoritism, showing favoritism, it's easy to be confident with that. But like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, one of those guys, like both of those guys, extremely confident. Matt Ryan, he's another one of those guys. Drew Brees, like these guys are just born with certain confidence. Well, I don't watch only our team. I watch everybody's team. And but like I said, the thing is with a lot of these guys, and I think the thing with not what quarterbacks, and you can throw Ritter in there, but I hear everybody with the Atlanta Falcons just say Ritter. Well, Ritter sucked. Ritter did this. Ritter did that. Ritter didn't do this. Well, of course he didn't. They was asking him to do too damn much, and this is what K Styles pointed out: doing too damn much. Why? Is because you got your quarterback looking to make big plays. Anytime you ask your quarterback to make big plays instead of making the right play, this is exactly what you're going to get at the performance of not only Justin Fields, but you're going to have this in Desmond Ritter. Don't matter. How you build on greatness and how you build on a quarterback strength will always and continue to be all about looking at what he does well, that particular quarterback, and expanding on that. And this is, I've said this time and time again, when you look at Justin Fields, he's ass because it's his fault. Let me say this again. A lot of times, a lot of these quarterback struggles is because of them. Desmond Ritter's problem is not Desmond Ritter. because Desmond Ritter wants to be able to do. He did everything our coaching staff asked him to do, but the Atlanta Falcons wanted him to go out and make big plays with his arm, make reads he shouldn't be running. You should look, if the man came from Cincinnati and they run a lot of RPO, they run a lot of quick stuff. Why are you asking this man to continuously throw the ball down the field? If this man ran RPO, run pass option, if Desmond Ritter has the ability to use his legs, why are you asking him to sit in the pocket for 4 seconds? Why aren't you moving Desmond Ritter around? We all know that he has the ability to run. We've seen it. We saw it time and time again. But for whatever reason, Mr. Arthur Smith and Mr. Dave Ragone, they wanted this guy just to sit in the pocket. Because y'all wanted to turn him into a robot. The last thing that you want to do for a quarterback and a player is turn them into a fucking robot. I want you to do this and not be natural. One of the things that I looked at, what I saw in Desmond Ritter, it wasn't that he was inaccurate, because you look at his number, he was still over 61%, which is average average completion percentage for a starting quarterback. So he was above that. 2,800 yards in the game that he started, well over that. He had the ability to throw the ball, and we saw games where he had 300 plus games, 300 plus yards in games. So he had the ability. So a lot of these quarterbacks have the ability, but when you have these coaches, they have their agenda, they have their ideas on what their offense should look like. And this is one of the things that Bijan Robinson, if you guys follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, I posted this comment there where we talking about this guy and Zach Robinson. One of the things that Bijan Robinson stated is that he listens to his players. When we have an idea of what something that we want to run, he listens, and if it fits and if he can fit what you want to do in his offense, he's going to do it. And for me, that was a direct shot at Arthur, because this is exactly what we're talking about. We got all these coaches that have an idea of what their offense should be, and they focus on doing only that, instead of highlighting what a guy's strength is, and we focus on doing that. One of the things I've always said about Kyle Shanahan is he's brilliant at finding what a guy is good at and continuously highlighting that particular skill set. He's one of the best. His dad has been one of it. Gary Kubiak, all those guys have been the best at finding the guy's strength, highlighting it, and repeating. This is exactly why Kyle Shanahan is regarded as one of the best offensive coordinators and talent evaluators in the league, is because he can find out what you're good at, fit it in his offense, fit it in his play calling, and make you a superstar. This is why guys like Brandon Ayuk believe that they better than what they are. Because when he goes to another team, guess what happens? These guys disappear. So I always say, even for a guy like Desmond Ritter, these guys have the ability. Desmond Ritter wanted to, but like you said, that like the offensive play callers, Arthur, Dave Ragone, they wanted to fit him into something. And a lot of people would say that Desmond Ritter's failure because he didn't have the talent. Well, that's not necessarily true. Because if you look at his college career, this man had better college numbers than a lot of these quarterbacks that we see right now. And while I'm there, okay, while I'm there, I'm going to talk about this real quick. And we're going to expand on this conversation. So if you guys got the questions right now, leave your questions in there. But I'm about to burst a little bubble real quick. Because I told you, I highlighted, we ain't letting shit go. Because we were the ones that said this time and time again. So many content creators call us idiots. You dumb. You guys don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're only backing Ritter because you hate this guy. You hate that guy. We told you that the Falcons wasn't going to do that dumb shit with Lamar Jackson. Oh, we told y'all. Oh, we told you. We told you that the Falcons wasn't going to do that. Y'all was so busy listening to ESPN and Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith. We told y'all that. We told you motherfuckers, okay? In my Samuel L. Jackson voice. We told you motherfuckers. We told you motherfuckers that wasn't going to happen. I sat here on this channel live saying exactly this. That anybody who think that the Atlanta Falcons is going to give up not only $200 million, pay a guy $200 million, give up 3 first-round picks for Lamar Jackson, a guy that couldn't even get his own team to a Super Bowl, that you motherfuckers are moronic, okay? You a fucking moron if you think that the Atlanta Falcons going to give not only pay a guy $200 million for a guy that didn't draft, who's never made it to a Super Bowl, and give up 3 first-round picks for him, you're a fucking moron. I told you that. And here he is, Arthur Blank, got on TV, stated exactly that. That paying a quarterback 24% of the salary cap, 24% of the salary cap, that they're not thinking about doing that. They're not thinking about giving quarterbacks damn near all of their, because you can't build a defense. You can't build a team properly. Smitty and all his constituents on the mark and all these other motherfuckers said AFNs was stupid. Y'all just saying it because you love the white boy. Y'all love Desmond Ridder. Y'all just love losing. Decided to wait. He decided to wait 11 o'clock and damn near midnight to make a video on something that I made. Waiting 12 midnight to respond to something that I stated. But look, it was the truth. What we do around here, we do the truth, whether you like it or not, whether it's popular or not. It's the truth. And the Atlanta Falcons did exactly that. They didn't do it. And they told you guys, and y'all ridiculed them. Y'all ESPN ridiculed them. He said Arthur Blank need to sell the team because he doesn't want to win and he don't want to invest in his team. He doesn't want to invest in the team. Any of that. You guys say it. You guys on these platforms maxed up Justin Fields. I told you exactly that. That the guy's pure T ass. Pure ass. that he can't play quarterback position. He's an athlete at the quarterback position. The Chicago Bears gave you evidence of this. They put the motherfucker at running back during a game. They put a running back, a quarterback at running back during the game. And you think the Atlanta Falcons are going to end up trading for this guy? Not only did the Falcons pass up on him in the draft, but they passed up on him again when they could have gotten him for the same exact thing and the same exact deal that the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they passed up on him. And now he's backing up Russell Wilson. Pure ass. And now these same guys, you can go on his Twitter account where these guys stated that the 2021, and Madmike told you this, K Styles told you this, we told you guys that was the absolute worst quarterback draft that I've seen in a long time. But ESPN and all these other guys said this was going to be the best quarterback drafts since the 1983 draft. And we sat here and told you guys that is absolute horse crap. And we got ridiculed for what? 3 years now. Almost 3 years now. And now you writing quotes that this is one of the worst ones when you and several videos. Oh, and I got the evidence. Oh man, I got the evidence. Man, Mike got the evidence of you stating that, yeah, I think the Falcons they need to go after him. Now you're writing everything outside of that. Now you want to do now you're looking at yourself and saying, you know what? I was wrong about Justin Fields. He is ass. Oh, we not letting shit go. It's just getting started. The Unholy Alliance Revenge Tour has begun. Oh, it's not over. Oh, it's just beginning, yo. Oh, yeah. It's just beginning. We're gonna be like the Undertaker. We're gonna show up when you least expect it. We're gonna be right behind your back when you least expect it. We're gonna be in your live shows. We're gonna be in your videos. Okay? Unlike Should Nike said, you ain't gotta worry about them being all in the video. All in the music. Nah, we gonna be right there. Oh, we gonna be right there. We gonna be everywhere. We not letting shit go. We're not letting shit go. So stay tuned for 6 p.m. tonight. I'm expanding on this conversation. But like I said before, we just beginning. We just getting started. So we have OG, he's going to be coming on in a few minutes himself. But like I said, you guys did this to yourself. You guys did this to yourself. Oh yeah, you did this to yourself. Madmike in the morning, we're going to continue to do this throughout the year, throughout the season. Yeah, Madmike in the morning. Fuck a unite. Okay? Fuck that. You can suck my left titty nipple. Clean the fuck off. Fuck a unite. If y'all love us, show us some love in this motherfucker. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Join us when we have our Friday Night Madness. Join us when we have our regulated shows, when we have all the guests on. We got a number of guests that's going to come on the Heavy Hitters live channel, which is going to be coming up real soon, the premiere. Do the text board. I'll get that. I promise you I'll get you. And we're gonna talk about that tonight, this evening, 6:00. Promise you, I got you. But as far as the practice squad, Rashard, I truly appreciate it. But AFN, we've been lied on. We've been deceived. You guys have been deceived. We know the truth. And from this point on, like I said, the unholy alliance revenge tour has only begun. It has only begun. You just now seeing it. Oh, the bad boys are back. Oh, yeah. The bad boys are back. Y'all labeled us the bad boy. Y'all labeled us negative. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, no, y'all ain't seen shit yet. So, if you guys support AFN, you support what we do, you support this Atlanta Falcons team, and we're not going to let guys like TJ Jones, a Saints fan, go in there and talk shit about you Atlanta Falcons, and you don't do nothing but sit up there with a stupid look on your face while he talking mad shit about your team. Nah, AFN about that. You talk shit about my team and your team is the fucking Aints? Oh no. Oh no. That ain't happen on my watch. That ain't happen on our watch. You fuck with my team, you fuck with Madmike. And I can go with the best of them. That being said, OG Truth, he's going to be coming on in a few on the Madmike Network. So hit that subscribe button. Head over to the Heavy Hitters live channel. It's about to go live. Premiere of the food. He got a food review coming at the Grand Slam Pizza in Kennesaw. He has that. It's the new oxtail pizza. Haven't had it, but I've heard it's good. Jerk chicken. He has that one also. So head over to the Heavy Hitters live channel. That's all I got to say about that. Hit that subscribe button. This has been your boy, man, Mike. I'm out here, man. Deuces. Man, my network. Head over. Peace.